Hey guys, today we're back with another shooting review, and today on the channel we will be shooting the CZ TSO Tactical Sport Orange in 9mm. Stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again, today we will be reviewing the CZ TSO in 9mm. This is one of the best shooting 9mm, best sport 9mm I've ever seen in my life. But before we get into deep to it, we'll just have a quick run through. Everything comes with from factory, comes with all the paperwork, come with actual 2 mags from factory, but I have 6 with mine. All of these are 20 round mags. 3 of them has orange base plates, 3 of them has black base plates. Has extra black base plates with them if you want to put them on them. Speed loader, oil, recoil pad buffers, and some springs and everything else like that if you want to get into actually tuning up your pistol for what exactly ammo you shoot and everything like that. Also, I have silver short CZ grips with mine, and I just got these from the guy whenever I purchased this gun, but I don't really use them or need them, but I just thought I would add that in there also. Okay, go ahead and get me started with a review. This gun right here most of the time will run you approximately anywhere from $1,700 to $1,800, just depending on where you live at in the United States. I got this one right here for a little bit less than that, but I did buy it used. And that being said, it's still, it's still brand new. There's not a place on this gun anywhere. The grips are literally gorgeous. They're, as you can see, it's like a mandarin orange. I don't even know how you would even describe that color orange. This is, for what it is, it's one of the most beautifulest pistols I've ever seen in my entire life. The simplicity of it, just black and orange, really, is just something else. But now, getting a little bit deeper into this review, this right here might very well be the best 9mm I've ever had or ever even felt shoot. I know I've got a video out right now, well, I've had out for a long time, and it's the P210 best 9mm. And, long story short, I actually plan on doing a P210 versus CZ TSO video very soon. So I'm not going to give my honest opinion on that yet, just to keep everybody to stay tuned for that video. But now this gun right here, it really is something else. It has, like I said, 3 20 round mags from factory. So not only do you have a perfect gun for range or for target or for shooting, but also for house defense. The only thing that I could say about this gun right here that I wish that would have changed a little bit is that I wish they would have actually put a rail down here. They could easily put a rail system down here, and this would have literally been probably the best gun I've ever seen for house defense. That being said, though, this gun right here really wasn't built for house defense. It's built for target shooting and speed shooting, and that's something it does perfect. As a lot of people know, CZ, the slide on them runs inside of the frame. This gun right here online, you can check and look at it, and they say that it shoots and spits out everything that you feed it. I've run about 200 rounds through it myself, just playing around with it, but now I've never had a bobble, never had a hiccup, never had nothing with it. It's probably got the best set of sights I've ever seen on a pistol in my entire life. It's got the, let's see here. I didn't know if it was actually branded or not in the back, but the serrated adjustable rear with a fiber optic front, and how it's a low bore axis and everything, you're going to have right on target shooting, depending on where your range is. You're not going to be shooting low or shooting high really anywhere. You shouldn't be anyway, because I know I sure don't on this pistol. I can take this pistol out at 50 yards and hit Sasquatch on literally every single time if I take my time. And that's something that's really impressed me. The ergonomics on this pistol is easily one of the best I've ever felt in my entire life. The gun, even with the gas pedal. I've caught myself, though, being honest with you, I've caught myself not using the gas pedal just because I'm not really used to a gas pedal. And I can feel like, I can understand why they put the gas pedal there, because as big as this pistol is in your hand, you really don't have anywhere, like, if you want to hold it like that, it kind of feels like you're slipping a little bit. If you want to kind of hold it like this, you're slipping here, you kind of got nowhere to put your finger there. I don't know how many of y'all shoot other Glocks or anything, or what about Glocks, other CZs or any other pistols, mainly like a Glock or whatever is what I shoot mainly. But most of the time I do it over under, hold with them. But now if you wrap your hand and you put it on that gas pedal, you can really get some really accurate shots. No sway or nothing like that if you do that, if you hold the correct hold on it and everything. And let me tell you something, boys, this right here is just something that I've not really run on too much, a pistol that shoots this well. The only pistol I've ever had, like I've said earlier, that I can even compare this gun to is the P210. And both of them has their ups and downs, but we'll get into that into another video. But now, for the accuracy of this gun, I've talked to many other CZ competition shooters, and they said the only one that's more accurate than this gun, and I can't personally say it myself since I haven't had any of them, is the CZ Shadow 2 Accu Shadow. I think that's what it was called. This right here, like I said, run you about 17, 18. I think the Accu Shadow run you about 2,000, somewhere around there. But mainly it's just like a shadow with one of them barrel bushing type things in it, and like a little bit different spring system, better trigger and everything. But now for shooting and everything, I felt Accu Shadow, and the way that these feel better in the hand, these right here are the better pistol for shooting, and you can get more faster shots out of these. But now for pinpointing target accuracy, they said the Accu Shadow is better than this one, but I have no clue since I haven't had it to compare with this one. So I will let you all know later on that. But now for this right here, I've had unbelievable accuracy out of it. Another pistol maybe that you could compare to this one will be like my Dan Wesson Valor. I get really, really, really accurate shots out of it. My Wilson Combat CQB I had some really accurate shots out of it. I love the sights on it. And I'm trying to run through the other pistols I've had that maybe could rank up with this one's accuracy. And that's about the only ones I can possibly even really think of, being honest with you guys. But now, it's 100% got the best trigger I've ever felt in my life. And there's actually a downturn to this trigger also. And it's a positive and a negative depending on which way you want to look at it. It's the lightest trigger I've ever felt in my life. Whenever I say you can breathe on the thing and it goes off, I'm literally honest with you, a stiff breeze would set this gun off. And that's a little bit scary just to think about how light that trigger is. I mean, you can see right here, take up is literally nothing. It's hard to do this with one hand. Try not to get my hand bit either. Let's do it like this. All right. Barely anything for reset. That's one thing too that I actually heard on another video that I'm going to have to kind of agree with him. He was getting a lot of hate in the comments about it, but it is kind of a decent, it's a little bit harder to rack where most of the slide is inside the frame. If your hands are wet or anything, it's hard to grip the back serrations. So I will agree with him on that. He was getting a lot of hate over it, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. You can still rack it easy. I'm not going to tell you can't, but you can't do like a full-handed rack like you normally can. You have to fully get your hand on it and set it right and then pull it back. But that being said, it's not that hard. You ain't going to be doing many press check and everything like that. But now, to get a full, you ain't going to be able to grab it out and rack it real hard or whatever. You're going to have to take your time to rack it. And that's just the seriousness of it. I'm not lying to you all about that or anything. But if you've had one of them, you'd understand this ain't like a Glock where you just grab it and rack it and go on, or a 1911. You're going to have to take your, not your time or anything, but you're going to have to make sure that you've got your fingers in it whenever you rack. But besides that, though, that's about the only thing I would say about it. Now, this gun is the second, third generation of the tactical sport, depending on how you look at it. I think this one actually come out before the TSB, maybe Tactical Sport Blue. I'm not sure, but it's either a second or third generation. I'm about for certain it's second. There really isn't a third generation out, but just depending on how you want to look at it. But the Tactical Sport, the original, had really bad gripping up here, and it just did not help with the grip any. And I think that it didn't have this high rise of a beaver tail in it. So this really is 100% a huge increase in how would you put that? I mean, it's just a bigger increase of shootability over the Tactical Sport, the original. Now they did release a TSB, Tactical Sport Blue, and it did have the original. It did have the original gripping of the Tactical Sport that I did not like. It didn't have this high of a beaver tail, and it didn't have the gas pedal on the side either. It looked slicker down the rail, don't get me wrong, because you didn't have the gas pedal, but now it wasn't that better of a gun. It was actually worse than this gun whenever it comes to, it was still amazing. It's still an amazing gun, don't get me wrong, but it was not as good as this gun whenever it comes to actual how you would shoot it. Now, would I ever consider carrying this gun? It's very, very heavy, and just being honest with you guys, how light that trigger is kind of scares me. But now, you take that, you throw safety on it, it's a safe gun. I'm not going to say it's going to go off in your pocket or nothing, because it ain't, or go off in a holster, my bad. But now I have before sometimes withdrawn a pistol that does have safeties on them, and the safety has been knocked off somehow or another. And guys, just being honest with you, this trigger right here is so light that I don't think that I would want to carry this gun, because this safety on it is dual safety, and they're pretty big. And I'm not going to say that this gun, you're going to wear it all day and it's not going to go off, but I could see how you could sit down in the car or something, and you wait shift or something, and it accidentally throw off, and then literally you've got a gun here that you barely put any bit of pressure on and it goes off. So in my honest opinion, would I carry this gun inside the waistband? No, I wouldn't. But now, if you've got a good holster that's going to secure that trigger or whatever, you're going to be fine, don't get me wrong. So you don't really have to listen to me on that one if you don't want to. But now, would I carry this gun in a inside the waistband holster? If the safety wasn't that easy to turn off, don't get me wrong, you've got a real positive and a little bit of positive on and really positive off. So, I don't think that you're going to accidentally do it, but now in the so many years I've been carrying, there has been a few times that I've withdrawn a pistol out of my waistband with a chamber in it, with a bullet in the chamber, and the safety has been off. Thank God it didn't go off my pocket or not my holster, but that even shows you that you need a good holster that's got a good trigger guard and everything like that on it too. But before we get too much deeper into that, like I said though, boys, this pistol right here, if you're wanting one of the most accurate guns that I've ever held in my hand, and one of the best shooting guns I've ever held in my hand, I don't see how you're going to be much beating this right here. And that's my 100% God's honest opinion on it. I love shooting this gun, and I love everything about it. And will I keep it? That's a really good question. If you are into pistols any bit, Dan Wesson just released the Kodiak, and that is the 6-inch 10mm 1911. And as all y'all know, I'm a huge fan of 10mm, and I would like to have it. But now, if I could keep this and then buy that later on in life, I would probably do that. But now, there really hasn't ever been a pistol that I've had that marks up to this one with how well it shoots and everything. So, unless I just get an offer I can't refuse on it, I will probably just end up keeping this gun, because you don't even see them much. Especially, you really just don't see them much. I think the first time I ever seen one was maybe like 3 months ago, and this has been out for like 2 years now. And, everybody you talk to, you just can't find one of these guns. You can't find really any of these. And if you do find them, everybody's asking exactly what they are new for them. And that's just really how it is, guys. But now, if you see one of these and you've ever considered on buying one, and you don't think it's going to put you in any kind of stipulation where you're going to get into it with your wife or anybody else, now I'd highly 100% recommend this pistol. But this will be about it for the actual shooting review. If you all have any questions or comments, leave them in space below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'm trying to think of any more of the downsides besides the actual not having a thing where you put a light on it. But if you're not going to be carrying this gun, I highly doubt that you probably use it for anything else. For a home defense gun, this would be a killer gun, don't get me wrong. But now, you know, that's about as far as it goes. Only other thing that I've seen, and I think somebody else has commented on this online, is that the mag well, if you're coming in from certain angles, your magazines will get hung. It didn't happen to me as much as the guy online was making it out to be. I think it was Honest Outlaw, possibly. Can't really remember. But now you can tell right here it has hit a few times and it does stop it, or like the mag well is not fully beveled with the actual gun itself. So, you know, you're going to take that into consideration a little bit. But now I'm just being honest with you guys. It didn't happen to me as much as he said it happened with him, but now he could shoot until how many thousands of rounds he shot through this gun, and I've not even shot anywhere close near to that. But now for me, I think it only happened once in the entire time I've been using it. And I mean, you just after you did it, just take it out, throw it back in, you're good. But guys, this will be about it for the review. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the space below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But I appreciate y'all viewing, like, and subscribe for more gun reviews, and I'll see you all in the next video.